Hi, everybody. I'm ABC15 Senior Investigator Melissa Blasius, and tonight is our Investigators Phone Bank, which means we have the entire investigative team here behind me taking your calls live until 7 p.m. If you want to dial in and talk to one of our ABC15 investigators, you can call the number that's going to be scrolling across the bottom of your screen. It is 855 522 1515. There it is right now. Also, if you want to send us a comment, we'll try to answer your question or we'll take it in. What we are looking for tonight is anything that you think that we need to delve deeper into the news here on ABC 15, whether it is something that you're seeing at your job that you're concerned about, it's something in the community, it has to do with your utilities or the healthcare system or government and what's happening with our elected leaders. We want to hear from you about what your concerns are in our community so that we can get answers for you. Now, joining me now, I want to bring in Ann Ryman. She's one of our ABC 15 investigators, and Ann covers a lot of stories about workplace accidents, OSHA, worker safety, right? So tell me a little bit about why that's an important issue for you to cover and to share with our community.
So I think worker safety is one of the most important issues out there. Everybody goes to work. Everyone wants to come home safely. It's an area that over time has been undercovered a lot. We don't hear a lot about it, but it's a very important issue. There's been a lot of problems with the local state agency that regulates worker safety. And recently they have, a new director, new leadership. So they're trying to do more workplace inspections, more things like that. But we are interested in any of your worker safety tips. If you think your workplace is not safe, if you have concerns about working in the heat, we are definitely interested in hearing more about that. You can call and you can remain anonymous. It is helpful though if you do leave a name and a number so we can call you back and get more details.
And I think one of the great things about our investigative team is that we have such a wide variety of areas that we've come somewhat subject matter experts in. Not only that, but we do a lot about regulation with healthcare workers, especially imposter doctors and nurses and dentists and people who've been bad dentists. You've done a lot on. Right now, I've been working on a series of stories about regulation of midwives in Arizona, which is a growing industry here. And so really it's about helping us keep you safe as members of the community, a lot of what we do, right?
Exactly, because if you have somebody out there in a healthcare field that's pretending to be a dentist or pretending to be a psychologist, they could damage you. You could be hurt physically, emotionally. So we are interested in those tips. If you feel like somebody is out there and they're impersonating some medical professional, we're interested in finding out about those people.
Great. Well, Ann, thank you so much. I want to remind folks as well that there are some ways to get a hold of us. First of all, you can see all of our investigations at abc15.com/investigators. If you have a tip for us tonight, call us at 1-855-522-1515, or you can even submit your idea or concern right in the comments, and we will take a look at those and try to answer those as we go. So, Ann, I'm going to let you get back to answering the phones here, and we'll talk a little bit more with our viewers on social media. You can see over here, over my shoulder, Christelle Bell. Now she's part of our ABC 15 consumer unit. Let ABC 15 know, and they do reports multiple times a week on consumer complaints, whether you think that a business has ripped you off, or if you have questions about what you're being charged on utility bills, or if you have a landlord-tenant issue. Those are some of the things that they cover at Let ABC 15 Know. So we're also taking your consumer calls, consumer issues. We really want to hear from you about tonight on our phone bank until 7 p.m. You can call in and talk to an ABC 15 investigator live. You can also share your concern in the comments here right now. In addition, we do talk about a lot of issues. We've done a lot of stories about police brutality. If you can see, we've been doing a big series about the DOJ report and Phoenix police, and we do talk a lot about public safety issues, crime in your neighborhood, looking deeper into those kinds of statistics to help keep our communities safe. If you want to tell us a little bit about something, you can both call us here live until 7 o'clock. The phones are ringing very quickly. Everybody's very busy here right now. But if you keep trying, if the phone lines are busy, you can get in, or you can make a comment right here, right now, or you can email us at investigators@abc15.com, or you can reach us through our website at abc15.com/investigators. So we're always looking for ways that we can advocate for members of the community. We listen to whistleblower tips. You can remain anonymous if you want. And actually, I'm going to call Christelle. If you're done with that call, if you want to come up, I'd love to ask you a couple questions about what you've been working on and what you want to hear from the viewers tonight. So she's going to just pause her phone for a minute and come up here and talk to us a little bit about what she's been working on. Christelle's actually the newest member of the ABC15 Investigators and brings a wealth of knowledge about all things consumer. Also works closely with volunteers at the Better Business Bureau to try to answer consumer complaints, and they help dozens and dozens of people every month on top of what you actually see on the news, right? So, Christelle, thank you for joining us. We're live on Facebook right now, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what you love about talking to consumers about their concerns and kind of why you do this job.
Yeah, it's all about helping people. We all need a little help, right? And, I just got off the phone with one guy. He's in Payson, 90-year-old guy, and can't figure out what to do with his internet. His computer's not working. So I said, you know what? Listen, not necessarily an investigation story, but I'm going to find that number for you and I'm going to give you a call back, because that's what we do. We help those, right? So, that's just one of the things that I really enjoy about having this platform, to be able to reach those and just be an advocate for those. There's so many things that, people just need refunds, or, but the biggest thing that we've seen is a lot of people having issues with solar. So just being able to either give them a resource or some type of assistance to help them is so appreciated.
It's interesting you mentioned solar, because literally I got a call just a few minutes ago from a woman who said that she paid $45,000 for solar panels and her electric bill is not going down. And she is like, what is wrong?
Melissa, that's the story that we've seen a lot of people tell us, that that's what's happening to them. And they're like, what's going on? And we've had 2 major solar companies that have gone bankrupt within the past 2 months. And so people are left scrambling, trying to figure out, what's going to happen to service, what happens to warranties, who do I continue to make my payments to? So those kind of questions is what we're tackling right now.
Well, if you do have a tip for the ABC15 investigators and let ABC15 know, you can actually call the number on the bottom, scrolling across the bottom of our screen right now. It's 1-855-522-1515 until 7 o'clock. You can also submit your idea or concern in the comment section right here, and we'd be happy to see if we can take care of it. Also, you can see all of our investigations at abc15.com/investigators. If you have specifically a consumer tip, there's a special email address for that. Go ahead.
Yes, it is consumer@abc15.com. So you can send us your consumer issues at consumer@abc15.com.
And the great thing about our consumer unit is that it's not just you. It's a team here at ABC15 and a team of volunteers. Can you explain kind of what the volunteers do that people may not see on TV?
Yes. So one thing, because we do receive so many emails and phone calls, we have a team of volunteers that work with the Better Business Bureau, and they tackle those issues every day. They are solving problems for viewers, and they try to respond to every email and give some type of resource, some type of guidance, or some type of website to maybe be able to help with your issue. So a team of volunteers, and they're so amazing because they work day in and day out to help solve a lot of issues behind the scenes. There are some stories and things that we tackle, but a lot of the work is the volunteers, and we are so appreciative of them.
Well, thanks, Christelle. I'll let you get back to answering some more phone
Absolutely.
calls, and appreciate all the work that you're doing out
right.
there.
Absolutely.
And we want to hear more about people's solar issues to see if we can really get to the root of some of these problems as
All
well.
right, call us. All right.
Okay. So again, if you have a tip, if you are a whistleblower, if you have a consumer concern, if you are concerned about something that you think is wasteful in the government, we want to hear from you right now. Our entire investigative team is answering your calls tonight at 1-855 522-1515 till 7 o'clock. Sometimes the phones get busy. So if you are getting a busy signal, keep trying until 7 p.m. Also, we can hear you in the comments if you wanted to comment right now, or you can see all of our investigations at abc15.com/investigators. We are always looking for new tips, for new stories that we can tell people and help make people's lives better, easier, safer, and better. And that's what we do here is we advocate for our communities. So again, abc15.com/investigators. You can see a bunch of our recent stories and in fact, contact us there. If you don't want to call in right now, if you can't get in on the lines, you can also email us at investigators@abc15.com. Again, investigators@abc15.com. Consumer complaints, consumer@abc15.com. So there are lots of ways to reach us. We have a big team, as you can see behind me. I'm going to kind of move out of the way. If you look here, starting on your left, that's Nicole Grigg, one of our investigators. Then there's Dave Biscobane, our senior chief investigator, Jen Kovaleski, one of our investigators who's been doing a lot about DCS and child welfare. Then Ann Ryman, who you just heard from, and Christelle Bell. A couple of our producers are also here answering your phone calls tonight until 7 o'clock. So one more time, how do you get a hold of us tonight? You can call us at 1-855-522-1515. You can also email us at investigators.com. Our phone lines are open until 7 o'clock tonight. The investigators at abc15.com is always on. We'd love to hear your ideas, concerns, what you want us to be diving into next to get to the bottom of. So again, we really appreciate all of you out there viewing. We love your tips. We appreciate you wanting to get engaged in the community and get answers, and we're here to help. So have a great night, and we look forward to hearing from you on the phones. I'm going to get back on there right now so that we can answer some more calls.